What if I told you that you are not crazy, that you are not losing your mind, and that you are definitely not broken? In fact, what if I told you that it is the opposite of those things? That you are, in fact, more sane than the average person, you are integrating with your mind, and you are more whole and more sovereign than you have ever been in your entire life. Congratulations, my friend. If this video found you, that is not an accident. You are ascending. And I'm going to go deep today in exactly what that means and 5 signs to help you determine if this is in fact the case for you. But first, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Hannah, and I help people to own their powers and step into the driver's seat of their own lives. And today, I'm going to be doing that by helping you to recognize what the ascension process is, why you're experiencing it, so that you can just stop questioning your sanity already and start feeling good about all the bad in your life. So what is the ascension? Maybe you've heard about it, maybe you haven't. Essentially, what this is that humanity as a collective is rising from the 3rd dimension to the 5th dimension and above. What this means on kind of more of a scientific molecular level is we are all energy. Yes, that is what quantum physics says. Everything and everyone is energy. The energy that composes us is vibrating at a certain frequency. It's vibrating at a lower frequency. And that is what allows us to have tangible physical form in the 3D realm. Because we are ascending, the energy that composes us is now lifting in frequency. It's moving much more quickly so that we can move to these higher dimensions. And with that ascension process comes a whole host of really cool supernatural stuff. It is definitely not all doom and gloom. Some of these examples include reversing aging, increased psychic ability, instant manifestation, the ability to quickly and easily shift realities whenever you want to, and so much more. So if you're curious in hearing a few more of these positive ascension symptoms and benefits, I'd encourage you to check out this video up here. Not all ascension symptoms are awesome, however. In fact, ascension symptoms get this sort of bad rap as like they're always like a bad thing, right? They're symptoms, they're signs of like a cold or some sort of illness, right? And unfortunately, right now, as of filming this, the collective at large seems to be experiencing a lot of those negative ascension symptoms. But as they say, it's always darkest before the dawn. This is a good sign. In fact, what is happening is that we are all collectively preparing for the next big upgrade, which is allegedly going to happen in November of 2023. And if you're watching this in the future, likely you're watching this at a time where we're preparing for the next ascension upgrade, no matter what point in time that is, because that's how it's kind of going. That's how this ascension process sort of plays out, is we are just lifting our frequency, and then our bodies are preparing accordingly. And then once we've purged that stuff from our system, boom, we go up to the next level. And that's how this process works. So in any case, here are the 5 signs that you are, in fact, ascending and not going crazy. Number 1 is that this reality, your current reality, is starting to feel kind of like a cage. And you might be drawn to reality shifting. In fact, my reality shifting videos on this channel are my most popular videos by far. It seems like so many people are interested in reality shifting today, and more people are becoming interested and recognizing it as a legitimate thing. This is no coincidence. This is not an accident. This is because one of the benefits of ascension is when we lift our frequency, we regain the ability to shift into whatever reality we choose. So as humanity collectively ascends, more and more we're remembering that. We're remembering that that is our birthright, that we don't have to be stuck in this matrix here. We can move to any matrix we want to move to. We can go to any world, any planet, any timeline, any reality that we want to go to whenever we want to. We are stepping into multidimensionality, and we therefore have the ability to be present in multiple places at the same time. So if you're feeling really like frustrated and stuck in this current reality, know that that's okay and that's natural, and it's nothing you have to be upset about. We're just purging that energy, that old energy where we did kind of have to be stuck in this reality so that we are able to shift into any reality of our choosing. And if this is something you'd like to actively, consciously work on and practice, I'd encourage you to check out this video up here, my #1 shifting realities method, the senses method. So ascension symptom number 2 is that you notice you have all these random aches and pains all of a sudden. You could just have chronic pain, or they could come and go. But regardless, you're just in a lot of pain, and you might not even be sure where it's coming from or why it's happening. What I want you to know is that any pain that we experience, regardless of if you're going through ascension or not, pain is just a messenger. Okay, our bodies have a consciousness of their own. They are always communicating with us. They are always speaking to us. And so when there's pain in your body, that is your body expressing to you, hey, there's trauma here. It is blocking you from shifting to the reality of your choosing, for example. It is blocking you from communicating with your higher self. It is blocking you from manifesting that new job or that new relationship that you want to manifest. Your body is always working with you. So if you're experiencing these aches and pains, that's awesome, because it's this trauma that's been keeping you kind of tethered to the third dimension, lower frequency reality. And it's rising to the surface to be cleared and acknowledged once and for all. So if you're experiencing this, I'd encourage you to be very present with these sensations. And then notice if you're present with these sensations, do they dissipate? I will tell you that I work on this consciously myself and with my clients, and almost always we have instantaneous results. Within just a few minutes of being fully present with our pain, it dissipates. And if that is the case for you when you are doing this, that is even more affirmation that it is ascension symptoms you are experiencing. And if you're like, picking up what I'm putting down here, yet you're like, I have no idea how to even start listening to my body or being present with my body, you are definitely invited to my Quantum Abundance Accelerator, which is a series of free workshops over the course of 2 weeks. We kick off August 21st as of posting this video. And basically we are going to bust through blockages in our energy, such as like that physical pain, and open ourselves up so that we may ascend in a more harmonious way. So know that abundance, don't be fooled by the title. Abundance isn't just about money. Abundance can happen in all areas of life. And that is the purpose of the Quantum Abundance Accelerator, is to help you step into abundance in all areas of life and have an awesome, fun ascension process, because it doesn't always have to be doom and gloom. So if you want to join that, it is like kind of last minute to join because we are kicking off August 21st, but you can do so. I will leave a link in the description below and also in the comments. And if you are watching in the future and you're like, oh, I missed it, that sounds cool, I will be likely hosting that again in the future. And if you sign up anyways, you will be added to the wait list. So I'd highly, highly encourage reaching out, doing that, and then trusting the divine timing of it. So ascension symptom or sign number 3 is that you are losing everyone and everything, as I like to put it. This is a tower moment, but it's not just a tower moment. It's like the ultimate tower moment where you really do just lose everything. You lose like your friends, you lose your romantic relationships, you lose your family, you lose your job, you lose like your identity, your personality, maybe even your ways of being, all of your vices. It just kind of just falls away. It falls away over the period of sometimes months, sometimes a few years, but it's like a concentrated period of time where everything just kind of falls away and you're really left with nothing. And it can be a very scary place to be in. But again, no, if you're in the middle of this right now, if you're experiencing this, that's awesome, because it's all that stuff that was attached to the third lower frequency reality that is falling away. And it is making space for you to ascend into the fifth dimension and beyond, where things get to be a lot more in alignment. They get to be more fun and more free, more in alignment with who you are and who you came here to be. Symptom number 4 is kind of hilarious. This is one I don't think anyone else has mentioned that I'm aware of, but it's one that just keeps coming up for me in the collective, and that is constantly peeing. You've always got to go to the restroom, like a freakish amount. And that may sound silly, but literally what it is it's like a sort of physical transmutation, okay? When you are peeing, you are literally dispelling like dense energy from your body. And if you're ascending, you're going to be dispelling energy from your body much more quickly. And also, you're going to be more sensitive to like dense energies. So if there's just a little bit of dense energy in there, you're going to want to get rid of it as soon as possible. And therefore, one of the easiest ways to do this is just peeing a lot. So you might have to go to the restroom more than you might feel comfortable with, more than you used to in the past. Number 5, the final symptom here, is that what used to work for you no longer does. And that may be really scary and frustrating to experience at first, but no, this is also a really great thing, because what it is it's a safety put in by your higher self. They will not let you mess this up. So you can just surrender, let out a deep breath, trust this. Your higher self isn't going to let you mess this up. It is too important. So just know you can't mess this up. And you'll know if you're doing something that's no longer in alignment. Like if you keep trying to do it, it is just not working. That is your higher self rerouting you, redirecting you to somewhere that is going to be more in alignment with you and your personal ascension process. So a personal experience I had with this was quite a few years ago. I used to be like the ultimate employee, okay? I worked in customer service a lot. I'm a total people pleaser, and I was really confident in my ability to get jobs because I was great at like giving people exactly what they wanted. And I've always been like a really hard worker. I have a very diverse resume, and I was fully confident in my ability to get any job that I wanted to get. And fun fact about me is that I actually worked at Disney World at one point. And if you know anything about working at Disney World, it is highly, highly, highly competitive to be able to work there. Even as a grunt at Disney World, it's hard to be able to work there. At least it was back in the day when I was applying for it. And you go through this really long, like multi-phase application process. But I passed it with flying colors and I got to work at Disney World. Anyways, all this is to say, a few years ago when I really started spiritually awakening, I would apply for jobs, just like the easiest, most simplistic jobs you could even imagine. Like I applied, for example, to work at Aldi, like the grocery store Aldi. I just wanted to work at like a freaking grocery store. And all of my applications were ignored. Like I didn't even get called for interviews. Like it's just like I would send out hundreds of applications and they were ignored every time. I never got a single call back. And I'm like, what the hell, higher self? Like, I need to make money to survive in this 3D world. Why am I unable to get a normal job now? And the information I kept getting from my higher self is that I am meant to be doing what I'm doing now. I'm meant to have my own business teaching people about spiritual topics. And if I'm not doing that, it's just not going to work. I'm not going to make money anymore. It used to work for me in the past, but it was no longer in alignment with who I was becoming and who I am right now. So again, if this is happening to you, it may be frustrating, but you can trust that it's happening for your highest good and that you will be supported through this process. If, however, you are experiencing all of this and you are just at a loss, you are so stressed out, you're just like, I'm losing everyone and everything, nothing's working, help, Hannah, what do I do? Yet again, I'm going to extend that invitation for you to join us for the Quantum Abundance Accelerator, because friends, it is 2 weeks of free workshops. They are free workshops, and we're going to be putting so much like time and energy in this absolutely for free. So you have nothing to lose, no excuses. There's going to be recordings of these workshops available if you can't attend live. So please, 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 if you are even remotely curious, I would encourage you to take the leap, sign up, and see what a magic like unfolds in your life. I promise this is going to be like a fast track ticket for you in your ascension process, but you have to first take that leap and bet on yourself. So I hope to see you there, friends. And before I go, I will say one final thing. As I always say, if you watch my channel so much, I kind of see myself as a spiritual scientist. I really like to gather data and like put together patterns and like figure things out. So if you could let me know in the comments, how many of these 5 ascension symptoms or signs are you experiencing right now, or have you experienced in the past? Please and thank you. And as always, if this resonated with you, if this helped you in some way, if you could like this video, subscribe, and then engage with this content in some way. All of these things help the algorithm along. They help this information get out to other people who might need it, who might be feeling lost and not have this information. So me and your higher self, your spirit guides, and the dragons will love you forever if you could do this. Of course, we're loving you forever. Anyways, my friend, much love to you on your ascension path, and stay powerful.